You ain't never had no girl. So why y'all talking about me? Find something else to talk about. You talk about my girl. Go talk about your girl. Go find a girl. Go find a life. Stop worrying about what I got going on. I know what I got. I know my girl. My girl been with me for 5 years. Y'all are just not starting to talk about me and just not starting to be with me.
I bet. So over the past week, Travis Hunter's name has been one of the more popular ones circulating around social media. That is because a lot of people believe that he's making a big mistake. That big mistake is called Leanna Lenee. Leanna Lenee, she's about 2 years older than Travis Hunter. They've been together for 5 years, and she is now his fiancee prior to him entering the NFL draft. Aww. Many people have taken issue with this because they believe she has questionable motives, which we'll get into later on in this video. However, this is a young couple and they're of the social media era, which means that everything they do needs to be posted online, otherwise it didn't really happen. So yes, they have one of those YouTube couple channels where they let everybody see what they're doing, let everybody know that they're the example of couple goals, and to show everybody how lit the relationship really is. But the problem with these channels is that it takes away from the authenticity of these relationships. Everything you're doing is for clicks, views, clout, and entertainment. And it's only a matter of time before issues start to arise because eventually you're gonna end up over disclosing. Like this, for example.
I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type. I left him in my DMs for like 2 months and then finally I answered him. But I didn't want to like be nothing. I just wanted to just be friends. Like we could be friends. Then we texted for like another 2 months. He was friend zone because I didn't like. He was like, "Am I friend zone?" I was like, "Yes."
This is a young couple, so I'll extend some grace and give her the benefit of the doubt. I'll go ahead and say that, okay, maybe she didn't like him in the past, but she actually genuinely likes him now. But what is the purpose of putting that story out into the public? You see, when you put out a story like that, even if it's for shits and giggles, you may not realize it because maybe you lack maturity, but you're actually disrespecting the person that you're with. Now, everybody's gonna be looking at Travis Hunter sideways like, oh, look at this simp, he's just so happy that he's got a Latina. You see, I'm a little different. Remember, I'm 32. I came through in 92. If a girl's feeling me, she needs to feel me from the get-go. None of this whole convincing her or nothing. She needs to look at me like I'm the finest man she ever met. Yeah, I got a bit of a receding hairline, but she gotta look at this shit like that's a Jalen Rose hairline right there. But there's no way I could take a girl seriously, like say I was courting her and I hit her up in her DMs and she's not responding until 2 months later. Nah, that's a little bit too big for me. How could you not see that I'm the man? But you see, this moment in time, you can't really tell Travis Hunter anything, you know? And I don't really too blame him all that much. But right now, you can't tell nothing. As far as he knows, everybody's just hating. Everybody's just jealous. They just mad that they don't have a girl. But there's just one former NBA player. His name is Steven Jackson. And he actually went through something very similar to Travis Hunter. In fact, he got all the way down to the altar before he recognized the gold digger chick for who she was.
4 months, 3-4 months for when we get the prenup. I give it to her. Granted, when I give it to her, she shouldn't be surprised by it because me and her sat down and agreed up on the prenup. Right? Me and her agreed up on the prenup. We agreed. Listen to me, y'all. We agreed on the prenup. Bam. So we agree on it. A month passed. Like 2 months before the wedding, I'm like, yo, look, we need to get that prenup signed so we can go and, send it in and get all that taken care of. So when we get down there to Houston, we ain't got to worry about it. She is adamant about this certain pastor doing the thing, right? So I'm like, cool, it's her wedding. I ain't got no problem. Keep in mind, remember this pastor, right? Remember this pastor. This is a pastor. She was, I'm talking about screaming at me and everything. No, this pastor has to do it. This pastor I'm like, well, we can save money and make more sense. This is my pastor since I was a kid. You don't even know this guy. Some other girl brought this pastor to her attention. Now we had 2 weeks before the wedding. Everything planned. We ready to go. I'm like, look, bro, why I got to keep asking you about this prenup, bro? It ain't like you don't know what's on it. Like, what motives? This is what I told her. What you up to? What motives you on? I ain't on nothing. I just ain't had time to sign up, planning a wedding and all this. I'm like, man, listen, man, all you got to do is sign it. You ain't got to, it ain't like you got to read it all over again. You know what's in it, da-da-da. I'm going to sign it. I'm going to sign it. Me being a person I am, I know it's a wedding and all that shit. I'm like, you know what? I know you probably just frustrated. I'm trying to be a supportive man at the time. I know you're going through a lot, baby. I know it's the, you know what I mean? Just when we get, just make sure I get it for the wedding. You know what I'm saying? Da 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 da. My nanny come back in there with a spook look on her face, like, she still ain't, she pulled me to the side and she still ain't signed it. So when I said that, I'm like, well, shit, I ain't getting married then. She was like, ho. And so look, so the preacher, remember the preacher, y'all. Remember the preacher. When I say, oh, I ain't getting married, Steph was like, she ain't signed a prenup. What we even here for? I'm like, yeah, dog, I ain't doing it. The preacher steps up. He's like, hold on. The preacher says, hold on. I look at him like, he said, this is what he say. He say, now hold on. Now I know you love this girl. Don't make a drastic decision. I think you should just let God handle it. I say, huh? I think you should just let God handle it. Me, as a pastor, I don't believe in prenups. Nah, I know why she was fighting for you. You don't believe in prenups. Now it all makes sense. I ain't getting married. Damn what you believe in. I put everything in God's hand. And God is telling me to put the pen in her hand and make her sign this goddamn prenup before I get married. That's what God telling me. So God telling me and you two different things, partner. Wedding off.
Now, Steven Jackson told that story about 4 years ago during the pandemic, but I wanted to run that video back because Steven Jackson himself actually commented on this particular situation with just 3 words. He commented on this video that I'm about to play, which was posted by Spiritual Word on Instagram 2 days ago.
To drink, he doesn't drink. And I'm Hispanic, so I have tequila like in my veins. So I drink. I don't drink a lot, but I drink. And I used to party and stuff. And he would literally drive me, sit outside for hours while I'm inside like partying, and then take us home. Like he never tried to be like, oh, just because I drink, you can't drink, or you can't hang out with your friends, or you can't, you know.
So when I went to the comment section, I seen Steven Jackson's name there, and it says, leave her now. You see, if Travis Hunter hasn't left her by now, he ain't going nowhere anytime soon. And, you know, a part of me actually respects this young man because at 21 years old, you're easily influenced, you know what I mean? But he's not cracking. He's standing 10 toes down on what he believes is right, whether he's right or wrong. And you really can't pressure anybody when it comes to their relationships. You can't really tell them what to do. I mean, I remember this one guy, he had met this girl from the Dominican and they would communicate with each other through text messaging using Google Translate. Now, you know how these brothers get weak for the Dominican girls. And this guy, he was completely hypnotized by the girl's voluptuous body. So in order to make sure that he secured this girl and had her in the bag, he would send her a little bit of money here and there so that she could, quote unquote, pay some bills. So there was this one day we were all chilling and he was trying to call her and she wasn't responding to his calls or his text messages. So he was getting frustrated. Now I'm here, I'm thinking, you know, I'm just gonna tell this guy what he already knows. So I'm like,
hey man, why you tripping, dog? Like, yo, just allow her. She probably has her own dude down there and then she's making time for you when she can, you know what I'm saying? Like, she'll get back to you when she can.
But who told me to go and say that? Now, a couple days later, we end up chilling again. And this guy, he's kind of moving a little short with me, you know, giving me short answers, screw facing when I'm talking to him. It was clear that something was up. And then he got to the point where he felt comfortable talking about what was on his chest. And it was the fact that I was telling him what I was telling him. And regrettably, I apologized, but I only apologized because I could see that he was genuinely offended. But if I could go back, I wouldn't even apologize. I'd just be like, hey, it is what it is. Take it or leave it. But you see, it doesn't matter to certain dudes. When they have their mind made up that they want that woman, all the signs could be there, but their mind is made up. So it's really not worth even saying anything sometimes. But anyways, that's all I got to say about this. I'd love to hear from you. Do you think that Travis Hunter is making a big mistake? Or do you think that people just need to fall back and let the dude do what he's doing? Let me know. And until next time, peace.